Hi everyone, I'm Sara Saubert, coming to you from the Mahi building, and today we're going to do a full body stretch from our chair. I want you to go ahead and find a comfortable seated position, having your feet grounded shoulder width apart and your hands sitting lightly on your legs. Go ahead and close your eyes for a second, and we're just going to take a moment to center ourselves and bring that attention to your breath. Taking an inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Let's go ahead and do that 2 more times. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and spend the next few minutes stretching all of the big muscles in our body so that you leave today's session feeling a little bit more relaxed and mobile. We're going to go ahead and work from the top down. So starting with our neck, we're going to make some slow neck circles. Go ahead and drop your right ear to your right shoulder, letting your chin come to your chest, bringing your left ear to your left shoulder, and letting your head fall all the way back. That was 1 circle, and we're going to go ahead and repeat that a few more times. As we do this, I like to think about drawing a big circle with your chin. Go ahead and make 1 more circle at your own pace here. And when you come back to neutral, go ahead and turn the other direction. So once again, dropping that ear to shoulder first, letting that head fall back, ear to other shoulder, and chin to your chest. I like to pair these movements with my breath. So as I come down chin to chest, I like to inhale through my nose. And as I bring my head back, I like to exhale through my mouth. Good, and once you finish that circle, go ahead and bring your head back to neutral position, and we're gonna bring it down from our neck to our shoulders. So once again, placing your hands on your legs, and we're gonna start with a backward circle. So bringing your shoulders up towards your ears, and then tucking those shoulders into your back pockets and all the way down. So that's 1 circle, and we're gonna go ahead and repeat that motion. We tend to hold a lot of extra tension in our shoulders, so this is really good at just helping release some of that stress we might be holding up here. And just like the neck circles, I really like to pair this with my breath as well. So what I like to do is inhale as I bring those shoulders up through to my ears, and exhale as I tuck those shoulders into my back pocket here. Once you come back to neutral, we're going to go ahead and switch that direction. So now bringing those shoulders back together, up towards the ear, and forward, almost as if your shoulders can touch each other. And now reversing that breath. Inhaling as we bring them up, and exhaling as we bring them forward. Go ahead and do it 1 more time at your own pace. Great job. Again, we're going to move it a little bit down more towards our torso, and we're going to get some nice twists in here. So because we're sitting, I invite you to bring 1 hand to the outside of your opposite leg. You can use your chair if you need for a little bit of an extra push, but you're going to look over your back shoulder just for a moment, getting a nice little stretch in your back, and then coming back to neutral. And we're just going to go ahead and switch to the other side, looking over that shoulder, and then coming back to neutral again. And we're going to go ahead and repeat that motion. Each time that you twist, I invite you to give yourself a little bit of a challenge and see if you can look over that shoulder even just a tiny bit more than you did the first time. There's no right or wrong pace with this, and there's no right or wrong way that you can bend over. If it feels comfortable for you, and it feels like a good stretch for you, that's all that matters. Go ahead and finish 1 more time on that opposite side. And coming back to neutral. Good, now we're gonna go ahead and stretch our lats. So for this one, you're gonna take your left arm up above your head. We're gonna inhale as we reach that arm up, And exhale as we reach it over. So you're stretching your lat here and also your upper back, and then bringing back to neutral. And we're gonna go ahead and switch to the other side. So bringing that right arm up and over and back. Good, let's go ahead and do that one more time on each side. A little bit of a further stretch than you did the first time, now that you're starting to get a little bit warmed up. Got it, back. And one more time with the other arm. Up and over and back to neutral. Good. Before we move down to our lower part of our back and our lower body, let's go ahead and give your wrists a little bit of a twist here. We tend to not warm up our wrists that much and use them a lot when it comes to typing and sitting. They tend to get locked up. So do about 10 each direction, just to give them a little bit of motion here. Motion is lotion, right? Good, so once we come here, you can go ahead to that neutral position. I'm gonna go a little bit off to the diagonal so that you can see me a little bit better. But now we're gonna get a nice stretch in our lower back. So go ahead and fold yourself over, hands towards your toes. You can go ahead and let your head hang heavy. And I want you to feel a nice stretch here in your lower back. So we're just gonna hang. You can sway a little bit if that feels good, or you can just let yourself hang heavy. And take one nice deep breath here, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And then slowly coming up, stacking one vertebrae at a time on top of each other, all the way until you're back up in that neutral position. From here, we're going to take it down to stretch the back of your legs, which are your hamstrings, and we're going to do one at a time. So I invite you to come to the edge of your chair here, and you're going to extend out one leg with your toes pointed up towards your face. So for here, you're going to inhale as you stand up straight, and exhale as you reach your hands towards your toes, trying to keep as straight of a leg as you can, feeling a nice stretch in the back of your leg here. And once again, taking a nice big inhale, and exhaling, reaching a little bit further into that stretch. And then slowly coming up, and let's go ahead and repeat that on the other leg. So bringing that leg in, bringing your other leg out, toe pulled up towards your face, inhaling with a nice straight spine, and exhaling as you reach those hands towards your toes. And inhale through your nose in, and exhale a little bit further into that stretch. You might also feel a bit of a stretch in your calves here if you pull your toes towards your face, which is also fantastic. And go ahead and come up again to that seated position. Just like we did with our wrists, we're gonna go ahead and do that with your ankles. So one leg at a time, go ahead about 5 times each direction per foot. Go ahead and give your ankle a nice little roll. Might get a couple cracks in here, but that's a good thing, right? They always feel good. And other way. Good, we just got a couple more stretches here. We're gonna go ahead and stretch our glutes. This is one of my favorite stretches. It's called the figure 4 pose. You're gonna take one ankle, cross over that knee. This might already be enough of a stretch for some of you guys. If it's not, what I invite you to do is to slightly lean forward. And if that's still not enough of a stretch for you, you can take your hand and lightly press down onto that knee, stretching forward. You should feel a nice stretch in the glute of the leg that's bent. So once again, take a nice big inhale here. And exhale. Coming a little bit more if you can, for 3 more seconds. Great job, and go ahead and come up and let that leg come down. We're gonna repeat with the other side. So cross ankle, over the opposite knee. Again, this might be enough of a stretch. You have the option to lean forward or to lightly press on that knee for a bigger stretch. Again, you should be feeling it in the glute of that bent leg. And take a big inhale through your nose. And exhale. Coming a little bit further into that stretch. For 3, 2, 1, and then placing that leg down. We're gonna go ahead and finish off with one more stretch, and we're gonna go ahead and stand up, and we're gonna get out of our chairs. So go ahead and come up at your own pace, and we're gonna turn your chair so that it's away from you. With your feet shoulder width, you're gonna send your hips back and your chest towards the ground with as straight of arms and legs possible. This is stretching your hamstrings, but it's also stretching your back. And you can even get a little bit of a couple sways here, looking through the hole of your arms. And just take 2 more final inhales here. So 1, and exhale. 1 more inhale. And exhaling a little bit more into that stretch, really pushing your hips out, extending those lats. Great job. Now go ahead and come back into your chair. And you've now done a full 10-minute full body stretch. Thank you guys so much for joining me today.